Alright, hey friends, so I wanted to do a flip through of what my current 2018 planner setup looks like. Right now I am currently using these 3 planners. This is kind of what I plan on doing in 2019, but I think I'm going to make a separate video about that, kind of an overview of 2018 with a look ahead to 2019. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get started. We'll get started with this one. This is fairly new, but I have been using it for a while. This is my wallet slash planner, my on-the-go planner. This is all I take with me in my bag whenever I go to the store, when I go to work or whatever. This is all that I have. So this wallet cover thing is from Asian Vintage. It's on Etsy. I think it was like in the $65-ish range. It's meant to look like a Giglio Appunto, which I'm not crazy about the thought of that. I'm not crazy about the thought of that, but it fit my needs because it fit the Hobonichi and I could use it for a wallet, and I like all the pockets that it has. And I didn't know if this was something I was going to stick with, so I didn't want to pay a lot for something that I was not going to stick with. So in the future, if this does turn out to be something that I plan on using going forward into 2019, sorry, then I will more than likely get an Appunto, just because I think the quality will be I know the quality will be better. But for right now, this works. So yeah, so over here, it has a slip pocket over here. So this is where I keep my cash. I have my really crappy dividers that I made a long time ago. I really need to redo those. I think about it all the time, but I need to redo those. There's a lot of cash in here because it's Thursday and that's bank day. So that's the only reason why there's a lot in there. There's usually not that much. Then here I have all my cards. So these are like my most used cards. You know, I always have this Starbucks card in here because it was my mom's. And then over here on this side, I have a bunch of coupons. So this is where I put any coupons that I have. This is where I go to look for any coupons anytime I'm at a store. So that's really handy to be able to have those on me at all times, so that way I can use them. And then I'm going to take this out. Over here it has a pocket. This is where I have gift cards. And then in this zipper pocket I have change, so any loose change. And then in this slip pocket I have like stamps and stuff. So normally this is my Hobonichi Weeks. Normally this would slide into here, but I have the cover on it right now, so it doesn't fit. And I actually don't mind just having it like tucked in here, and I like the cover on cover. So I think I'm going to just keep it like this. This probably makes some people's heads spin, but it doesn't bother me in the slightest. So I think we're going to keep it like this for a while. So this is my, I'm actually going to get this out of the way just because it has my personal stuff in it. So this is my Hobonichi Weeks. This is 2019. If you saw on my Instagram, I had repurposed this 2017 Weeks. So I had a bunch of empty pages in here. So what I did was I found 2 months, which surprisingly enough actually coincided like perfectly. The days of the week, the day numbers and the dates coincided perfectly with 2018. So this was October. This is what it ended up looking like. And this was November. So I just covered up the date and the year, the month and the year, because this was not November month. And this is what I used. And then I just went back and found some blank weekly spreads. And this is kind of what those looked like. So just a quick flip through. I just whited out on the side the numbers. I didn't care that it said March 2017 up there. And I just went to town and was planning. And so this was the last week that I used this one. And then I was able to use this one because it had 1 week of February, or 1 week of November in it before it started December. But now I'm using this. So this is what it looks like. I'll explain this in a minute. I'm not going to do a walkthrough of this. If you've seen one Hobonichi Weeks video, you've seen them all. There's no point in me doing a walkthrough. But I did get these tabs, which I got with this cover. When I bought this cover, it came with these tabs. So I went ahead and tabbed out all my months. They're brightly colored, which will probably annoy me at some point in the future. But for now, they're fine. I think they're cute. And they're helpful, so we go with it. Otherwise, this is all set up exactly the same, and then I just put these little, a sticker with the numbers on the side like I had in my other one. So that's all that I got there. And then this is the start of the weekly section. So this was last week? Last week. So this was November, actually, November 2018. So I just put my day-specific things. I was doing day-specific tasks as well as appointments. My meal plan, a gratitude log, things that I needed to get done this week, and then my grocery list. And that's kind of how it has continued. So I just put on, I decided to just put timed events, not like to-dos or anything on here. So these are just time-specific events, and then I have my gratitude, my meal plan, my meals, what I actually ate, and then I have to-dos, some chores, my grocery list, and I have started to just write my meals. So these are all the meals that I have ready to go in my pantry, in my kitchen right now, and I have a rough idea of what days I want to make these things on. But what was happening was I would write it on a day and it wouldn't end up happening that day, and so I'd cross it out, and I got kind of tired of doing that. So I just decided to put them on a sticky note. I have the sticky note here. I can put it on this week. I can put it on this week, and I know what I have at my disposal at any given day. So that's been working out well. This is next week. I just put a couple of little stickers on there. I have not previously been using stickers besides these ones over here. And, you know, it just is kind of whatever you want to do that moment at that time. So I had stickers in front of me. I wanted to put them here, so I put them there. And that is it. I don't have anything else really forward planned at all in here. And then, you know, the Hobonichi has a note section in the back of it. This is not the mega weeks. This is just the regular one. So I have my December cash budget here. I have space for my July cash budget. I have just a rough order tracker of things that were sent and received, and I broke them down into what the actual items were that I ordered, because what was happening was I had just JCPenney on here, and I was getting like one box a day of one item, and so I wanted to make sure that I got all of the items that I ordered. So I just went through and wrote each one out. And then this is kind of just a rough Christmas list of the people that I buy for, what I've bought them, kind of a rough overview of how much I've spent, and if I've received the item yet. And then once it's wrapped, I will put another check mark on it, and then once it's, you know, delivered to the person, then I'll probably highlight it or something, so I don't have to have that on my mind anymore. And that is it for the note section for this book so far. Here are some more stickers that came with this planner. It has like little tab covers. Oh no, my nail polish chipped. Little tab covers and stuff. And then I have my insurance card. There's a pen loop here, which I'm not using right now. And that is that. So this is my weeks. And then recently, within the last week, I decided that I really was missing daily planning. So I really wanted a place where I could jot down things that I had to do, like day-specific tasks, because there was no way that I was going to fit them here. What I had done previously, let me see if I can find one. So what I had done was kind of do it like this, where I had the day, I had my meals, and then I had day-specific tasks over here as kind of just but I didn't like that, because then I still couldn't have a running to-do list. So I like working from both things. I like working from a running to-do list as well as scheduling items from my running to-do list onto my daily tasks. So what I decided to do was find a daily planner. This is a printable from Paper and Cats. It's actually B6 slim size, and which I thought was the equivalent to Hobonichi Weeks, and this is all totally my fault. I didn't do my research well enough, but it ended up not being. So I had to cut it down at the top, the bottom, and the sides. So I need to do a little bit more research into what this actual size is, to see if I can find a book that's equivalent to this. But I really like the way this one is laid out. It's actually pretty perfect for me. So this is what I've been using since the start of this week. So I just have my time specific things, kind of where I go, what I did during various times, and then a running to-do list. And that's just kind of how it is. And then I have a spot down here at the bottom where I can journal. I can journal stuff. I can use stickers, and I have plenty of pages. I won't feel bad, like on days I work, I won't need a page, and I won't feel bad about that. So I think that this in conjunction with this is actually going to work out very well for me for the remainder of 2018 and into 2019. So I'm really excited about this. And like I said, this is from Paper and Cats, and this just sits in here, and that is that. And I can still clip it and stuff. And when I run into the store, I only have to take this and my phone and my keys, and so that's really convenient as well. So that is my Hobonichi Weeks everyday carry / wallet. Sorry I'm so out of breath. I'm like 32 weeks pregnant, and I just ate, and so sorry if you hear me like huffing and puffing. And I'm actually going to take this bracelet off too, because it's the clanking of that is driving me crazy as well. So next, this is something that I just kind of reintroduced to my system as well this week. This is a Galen leather cover, which I had for my Hobonichi cousin. I have another video on that. I talk about that, the pros and the cons of this. But it is beautiful, and I have it. And then I have this notebook from... It is from Taroko Shop, the Taroko Shop. So this is something I've had for a while as well. I didn't buy any of this. And this was something that I was previously using as a, like a bullet journal back in July. So I drew out a monthly spread. I have gratitude log, a tracker. I have some weekly spreads here, some different kind of weekly spreads, brain dump. Then just some general notes, and this didn't work out for me, so I put this book back on my shelf, and then I decided I really wanted a book where I could just take notes in. I didn't have anything that I felt like I could just scribble down notes in. This doesn't have that much paper in it. It doesn't have that much note paper in the back, and I already have plans for this paper in the back as well. So I really didn't want to just, I didn't want to use that paper. So I contemplated getting like another book in conjunction with this one, like another one of those Hobonichi type books like this. This is for the A5 obviously, but I believe they make one that's for the weeks. But instead I was like, well, I'm just going to use what I have. And so I had this, and so this is what I picked up. I stuck it in this cover, I put a pin in it, and so this is what I've been using just to kind of, and this has only been since this week. So I have some YouTube video notes, some more video notes. I have some Christmas notes, and that's it. And then this is from my doctor's office for the hospital. So some notes from the hospital. I'm going to write some more Christmas notes. I'm going to put some more baby notes, just that kind of thing. And then I have I'm doing like an EKG class. So I want to put notes about that in here. So this is just literally a notebook. So a book just for notes, not anything that's date or time specific, just notes. And so far I really like how that has been, how I really like having this. It makes it very easy to just grab it, jot down some notes, and move on with my life. So I'm really enjoying having this thus far. And then we have this guy. So I was previously using, so this year I've used a personal size planner, I've used a personal wide size planner, and none of those really, obviously they didn't stick because I've since changed my planner to something else, but I I just didn't feel like I had enough room, and I felt like I carried around with me a lot of stuff that I didn't need to carry with me. Like, do I really need to know when the last time that my husband got his oil changed with me? Do I need to have that information with me when I'm at work? Like, no, I don't. In my life, this is just my life. Maybe you do, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But for my life, I didn't need that information with me. So I've always had somewhat of a home binder, like a household binder. That's just something I've had for years and years and years. So I decided I wanted to kind of revamp that, my household binder, and kind of purge some stuff that was in there, add some stuff, and then just make this be my binder that I use while I'm at home. So that's what I've done. This is a Filofax Finsbury. I think the color is raspberry. I've had this thing. This is one of the first planners that I ever had. I bought it, I'm certain I bought it secondhand, but I don't remember off the top of my head. So I took everything that was previously in here out, and then I've slowly been putting stuff back in here. So this is in no way, shape, or form complete, but this is just kind of what we have right now. So I don't have anything in these cards. I don't have anything in this zip pouch. I have this card that came in some order. I don't remember, which I probably need to take out because it's not autumn anymore. These are dividers that were in another A5 size planner that I have, so I just kept them. And this is actually, it's an A5 binder, so that's one of the kind of the crummy things about A5, which I just want to make a quick aside, is that most shops, most insert shops and divider shops and planner companies, they sell things in either A5 size or half letter size, and those two sizes are not the same. And so I told myself that if I'm going to have this size binder, I want everything that goes in this binder to be the same size. So I had to think long and hard about whether or not I wanted to have A5 size inserts or half letter size inserts. And so in the end, I ended up going with half letter size inserts. And it's fine, it works out perfectly, but it just means that when it just means that you're limited on the printables and printed inserts and stuff you can easily get at the store to just throw in your planner. So I just wanted to make that note because that was something that I thought long and hard about, and I tried to find a bunch of videos that kind of went into the difference between the two sizes, and I honestly couldn't find that many. So that was just a little bit frustrating to me, but regardless, this is half letter size inserts that are in this binder right here. So anyways, moving on. This was in a previous binder that I had. This was in a previous binder with sticky notes on the back. This is some So Much Crafting paper. So that was kind of one of the big deciding factors for why I went with half letter size versus A5, was because So Much Crafting inserts are half letter size, as well as Peanut Planner Co. So Peanut Planner Co. inserts are half letter size as well. So that was kind of the main deciding factors. So this is Peanuts Planner Co. This is So Much Crafting. This is just my notes section, just like I have in any planner that I've ever had. The setup is all essentially the exact same as any planner that I ever have. Next is my calendar section. These are some dividers that I made using vellum. They are far from perfect, but they get the job done, and I'm really not that picky of a person, so it's fine with me, except for when it comes to I'm not that picky of a person, but I don't want half letter and A5 inserts in the same binder. So anyways, this is from Peanuts Planner Co. This is her, I think, her dated yearly bundle. This is the same, so I already have these kind of set aside for what I want them for. These start in January, so I'll resume filling them out come January. This is just a fly leaf, and this is actually A5 size. So you can see on here the difference, the size difference. So A5 is a tiny bit shorter, and it's wider, maybe about 1/4 of an inch wider. So that's a good example of the difference. And then we get into the monthlies. So this is So Much Crafting month on 2-page blank. So there's nothing on this side and there's nothing on this side. I thought I would enjoy this, but I wish, in retrospect, I wish I would have gotten the continuous year as well as the continuous weeks, and I could have just separated them out and flipped between the two of them, because I feel like this is a lot of wasted paper, because I don't have anything on this side and I don't have anything on this side. So just something to keep in mind if you are looking at these inserts. Otherwise, I mean, they're perfect. I love them. I love the space. I love the paper, all of that. Just that particular, and she offers both ways, but just for future reference. So this is my brain dump for November, attached to my November monthly. This was my baby shower invite. I just kept it in there for memory keeping purposes. And then this is just going to be a quick flip through of what my weeks looked like. So I have November, then I have the November weeklies. Just a quick flip through. So there's stickers, there's pretties. I like how all of this looks. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all, so I like it. Then this is December, so this is what the current month looks like. And then nothing there. And then this is the December weekly. So this is where we're at for December so far. That today's the 6th. So this is kind of low on my priority list of things, of like actual planning to do, is to get this calendar filled out. I can always go back and back plan this based on what I have in here. But the most important thing is just that I know where I'm supposed to be at all times. And so this is what kind of keeps that in check. So then I have the rest of December in here, the rest of the December weeklies. And then you can see the end of the, when the week ends and it's time for a new month, the page is also blank on the back there. And then this is January and it's blank front and back as well. I need to add the rest of the months. I need to take some stuff out, but I'll do all of that later. This next tab is my projects tab. So I have some notes for my personal and my personal wide size planner that I need to transfer that I just have not done yet. I'm not in any hurry to do it, obviously. This is some baby notes. This is the Christmas bundle from So Much Crafting. I just tabbed it with a little Christmas tab. I wrote Christmas on there, so I can quickly turn to it. This has not been filled out to its fullest yet either, but I keep notes in my other planner, so I can always just go back and fill it out. So this is just kind of a quick flip through of what that looks like. I added this pocket here. This is from, I think, like a Avery pack or something. The holes were not right, so I just put washi tape and then repunched it. And then now I have a pocket, which is perfect for my Christmas receipts. So I like that. I plan on adding, I have several of these, and so I plan on adding more of these to this planner, so that way I have more pockets. Cards, which I've already sent, gift ideas, gift ideas, gift ideas, stocking stuffer ideas, and then some notes paper. So that is this, that's my current projects right now. Then this is the family tab. This is for my personal size planner. I need to copy it over somehow. Stop, Max. Sorry, my dog's trying to eat paper. Max, no. Okay, so then I have my family section. So I have a tab for each member of my family. These are So Much Crafting inserts as well. So I have the doctor visit page. So this is what it looks like. It has the date, what you went for, and if you have any questions. And then the medications page. So I just have one for every member. We haven't had to use them, so that's good. Except for, I mean, I could fill out mine in probably a day, but that's neither here nor there. Then I have a home section. So I have this upcoming dates page. This is from So Much Crafting. I have some vehicle notes, which I need to transfer to a different page. They're just some rough notes. Then this is my zone cleaning. So I made these printables. They have each zone. So I have one for all 5 zones of my house. They have each month and then the tasks that I complete each time I go through this zone. So all of these have been gone through at least once since I made these, so they all should have check marks. I just need to check those off. But then this is kind of, this is old. This is my zone cleaning, kind of what I do in each zone. And then this is a cleaning checklist. These are old also from So Much Crafting. I also usually have a sheet of phone numbers and addresses in the back of here, but I took out for this video. Then the next section is my personal section. So in this section so far, all I have is just a tracker that I plan on using for like my own personal sick days, anything like that. And then I thought maybe I could use this side for a pumping log for when I have to pump for my daughter that I'm due with in January, how much I pump a day. Not like it matters, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to go back and look through and see how much I pumped. Then the last section is my finances. So this is just a bunch of notes as well. I have this checkbook register, which I use for any credit card purchases. I just write them in here because I don't keep track of that on a spreadsheet, on my Excel spreadsheet that I use for all of our other finances. Then I just have some notes about some debts. I have notes about our sinking funds, kind of how much they need to be, when it's due, and how much we need to save monthly for each one. Some more notes about sinking funds. This is my daughter's bank account, so I have the last time I deposited money, how much was in there. This insert is from, which I don't care if you see, this insert is from So Much Crafting as well. This is all just medical expenses. And this is all just medical expenses since October 22nd. I have another sheet and another planner that I really need to copy all of that information forward so I can see kind of how much I spent in the 2018 year. Because I probably shouldn't, because it would make me cry. It would make me cry. So, yeah, anytime I make any kind of medical purchase, any kind of medical transaction, whether or not I make it with my HSA account versus my regular bank account, it all goes in here. So I can have a running total of how much I've spent. Then I have a blank one of those, and then just some more grid pages for notes. This is just a file of facts card insert. Don't have anything in there right now. And then just a little fly leaf, a page lifter thing that I made out of a piece of vellum. Nope, a piece of laminate. These are bills. These are what I look at every single month. Anytime a bill comes in, I put it in here. And whenever on Thursday or whatever day that I'm doing my bill that I'm paying my bills that week, I go through this. I make sure it's in my spreadsheet, and I make sure that it gets paid on time. And that is that. This is not a pocket. This is a pocket. This is a piece of paper for my mom. So I'm not going to take that out. And then I just have my pen in here. And that is that. So it's still a work in progress. But so far I think it's worked out well. For 2018, I feel fairly organized. I feel fairly on top of everything. I don't feel like I'm missing a bunch of stuff. The main thing that I feel the most discombobulated about at this given time is my finances and my Christmas spending. So that has been going in this planner, and this does not leave my house. So that's why I've tried to transfer some of the things into this planner, and I plan on making just a running list of how much I've spent in here. So that way, if I have this with me, then I know. So it seems redundant to have. It probably seems redundant to some people to do all of that, but it's just about whatever helps ease your mind. That's the most important part. And that's the most important part with any aspect of planning, is that it's whatever helps you. And so this is what helps me. And so if you think any of this would help you, then please feel free to use and adapt any aspect of this. And then if you have any questions, comments, let me know down below. I want to know what you're doing. What are you doing for the rest of 2018? What do you plan on doing for 2019? Are they the same? Are they different? I want to know. So tag me in your videos below so I can check those out as well. Otherwise, I hope you all have a beautiful day.